Oh my gosh, what is all this?
So he thought the switches are the problem.
What, the last electrician who came and looked at it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just think he's made a mistake because now this stays on and this doesn't switch off anymore.
Right, yeah. There is an insane amount of wiring in there. You can't get a screwdriver in there. That is a bad design. Hi there, Delroy here again from Eastway. Off to a job this morning. The client said it's some lighting issue. His lights keep flashing and he's got to do certain things to get them working. He's had a couple of electricians had a look at it or something, but they weren't able to do anything, so don't know what I'm going to find, so I'll just get in there, get on with it, and see how it goes. Yeah.
First of all, this is the fuse box.
Yep, fantastic. Yep.
Then this is normally gas. I didn't actually realise that, but these transformers here seem to be playing a role.
Oh, that's to do with the lighting.
I do not know.
Oh,
The last electrician said that's what's the problem because it's way too large for what I've got on here. It's 1,000 watt.
I must say, I ain't never seen this.
Yeah. So, no idea.
Right, okay. Oh my gosh, what is all this?
Yeah.
I've never seen. So, I mean, and look at that. That's not connected very well. So, this is definitely to do with the lighting.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
that's what the last person said that came by.
Yeah. All right. So show me the problem.
Yeah, the problem is really, I mean, there's a few.
Yeah.
Mainly in here. This one is the key here.
Yeah.
This one here goes to these lights over here first.
Right. Yeah.
And they start to flicker from time to time. They are LED.
Right.
I can turn them up and down,
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just flicker.
Right.
And they also take sometimes quite a long time.
So when you turn them on, they just flicker.
Sometimes. Yeah,
Okay.
not always.
Not always.
That's the least of the problems. Then the middle one here
Yeah.
goes on to this. Nothing happens here. So this one here, I need to activate like that.
Okay. Well,
That goes over there.
Well, the thing is, if you've got to activate it like that, that tells me that this thing here, it's like most likely something wrong with this, the contacts here.
But it's strange because that only was the case after the last electrician fiddled around with these switches here. The other thing is this one here goes on to here. You can't almost see it now because it's so
On the units.
under here. Now,
Oh, right.
what I noticed yesterday is
Yeah.
even if I switch this off
Yeah.
here, they're actually not switched off. They just go to a very dim light. You can take that out. So they're always on.
Right. Right. Okay. They're always on like that. When was the last time you had any of these changed?
That was quite a long time ago.
Right. Okay. Hold up. So let me just see. So these are, you touch them to push them to get.
Yeah, I mean this is on,
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
and then like this I can get them.
Right. And do this one here again, because that looks to be staying on. Is it? That's on, isn't it? That is staying on.
Yeah.
So you can't switch it off.
No.
Right. Okay. That's
I mean,
strange.
I really don't know, but my suspicion is because last electrician thought
Yeah.
the problem is with the light switches, which
Right.
aren't prepared for LED.
Okay.
The installation is about 15 years old.
Okay.
So, at that point we didn't have LED.
Yeah.
He also configured the place for lots of electronics in here. So, for example, behind that wall there,
Yeah.
there's TV cables
Yeah.
that he could put in. I don't use them because I don't have a TV.
Right.
And then there's quite a few lights around the room everywhere.
Yeah.
Nowadays we've got LED, so
Yeah.
it's a lot less electricity. So he thought the switches are the problem.
What the last electrician who came and looked at it?
Yes.
Okay.
And so he exchanged this switch just to see if it works
Yeah.
onto an LED switch, but it didn't make a difference. Then he switched it back onto the original one, And I just think he's made a mistake, because now this stays on and this doesn't switch off anymore. He then came to the conclusion that this is the problem, but I don't know what to do about this.
Right, okay. Right, yeah, well, let's have a look upstairs. Let's see.
Well, and this one just goes like this as well, but it also sometimes flickers.
Right.
And then these are the worst here. I can get the...
Oh, above, yeah, right.
Which is also on this one here.
Which is also, right, so it's two ways again. Yeah.
And then I've got these ones here, the small ones, which, should do the same thing, but normally they start flickering after 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
I have to really either have them completely on or switch them off, because...
Right.
But to be honest, I mean, ideally, if you could solve the downstairs problem,
Yeah.
you could sort of live with this stuff here.
Right. So the problem up here is what
Ring lights again.
it flickers. They flicker.
Yeah.
And have they always flickered, or since you changed to LEDs?
Since I changed to LED.
Well, you see, the thing is, when you're dimming LEDs, it can be a problem.
Right.
It can be a problem because what you're doing, you're fitting old technology with new technology.
Yeah.
Because I haven't dealt with this for quite a while, but what it is, when you get a switch for LED, if you went back, say, 10 years ago, there's always this leading and lagging. That's what it's called. I haven't spoke about it for so long, I can't remember. But all I remember is you got a leading edge and a lagging edge. But when I go around to most things now, LEDs dim okay, they dim fine. But if this is 15 years old, and then you're adding LEDs to it, I think that might be the problem, because the LED lamp doesn't match the switch. I think that's the problem. That's what caused flickering. That is uncontrollable, basically.
As is this one now.
Right. So, and you say since he took this off and done something to it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, like I said, this stuff here, they look like transformers. Impulse. God knows what these things are. I want to do a little bit of testing.
Sure.
Just to verify, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh boy. It's all good though. You come across stuff you never come across before. See what I'm getting here. 240. That wasn't even screwed on, I don't think. Having spoke to these people, I think they're saying these don't work with LED. They only work with tungsten or halogen lamps. So that could be the problem. These ones under here, they're LEDs as well, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this one here has another transformer up on the cupboard, which looks like this.
It's got its own transformer, so it's not linked to these ones then?
It must be, because it goes through this switch.
Surely that's conflicting. You can't have, well, drivers. I think these are called drivers. But
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Inductive load compatible or whatever, I don't know.
that seems a bit strange to me, because you've got these drivers that's supposed to be doing all this, and then...
So the only reason I can imagine, again, I'm no expert here, is when this was installed, it was all for halogen lamps.
Yeah.
So this was all hundreds and thousands of watts.
Right.
Except for this.
Right.
Because these were these little halogens which existed at that point. That might be the reason why this needed this thing, just to dial down the electricity for these.
I'm just thinking, if that's the driver for everything, and then you add that into the mix, I don't know how that works. Okay, well, let me just do a little bit of investigating there to find out what's what. Make sure. All right, I tell you what, can we have all the lights on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just going back to basics to find out exactly where I am. Because at the moment, I'm not 100% sure. I've got to make sure.
Now all these are...
Right, okay, that's fine. So,
put these on as well if you want.
well, let's deal with these for the time being, because I just need to I just want to know exactly where I am, so I know what I'm doing. So that must be the input. Right, so we're getting 13. So they're all out, yeah? Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. So that one fuse kills all of them. Your lights are still on upstairs, I should take it. Could you check the lights are still on upstairs? Is this one on? Check this one.
Yep.
Right. So those are not controlled by this. You go upstairs, make sure everything's on.
They all work upstairs in the bathroom as well as in the bedrooms.
Right. So these here
Or just the lounge.
just do the lounge. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, mate. In my opinion, I think it's an elaborate system for. I mean, why not just have? Why didn't they just have an ordinary dimmer in the wall for? What's all this? I don't get it. They must have reasons, but I don't get it. Yeah, maybe have a butchers at this in there. Have a look in there and see what's going on. All I want to know, I want to figure out how they've done the wiring. That's what I need to figure out. Yeah. It's all dead, so I've turned it off. So.
Okay.
Right, yeah. There is an insane amount of wiring in here. Yep.
It's not funny.
See that?
That might be the problem.
That's disconnected. Disconnected. It's broken up. That happens so much, you know. What they've done, they've stripped it and then just put it in like that. And then when you screw it up, you can see the indent on the screw. It's broken it. Because this is just 1 mil cable. So what they should do, they got ferrules that you can put on the end, or you double them over to sort of strengthen it. You know, you can't get a screwdriver in there to screw it in. You have to take this out.
That's why the last one just didn't bother.
Yeah, because look, that's I've never seen that before. Because yeah, for me to screw that in, this switch has got to come out because you can't get a screwdriver in there. That is a bad design, in my opinion. How does this come out now? Yeah. You have to unscrew this. Usually they just click in and click out, but this is. I don't think this is a bad way actually. Screwing it in, it's more solid. Yeah, so maybe I'm being a bit. Maybe I'm being
critical.
Yeah. What I'm thinking they've done here, they've brought the feed from the fuse board to here, and then they've bought 3 cables from here to each transfer, 1 for each of those drivers, and then they've used a 3-core in earth to give you switch line and feed over there. What we don't want is we get those, connect them, change those over, and it doesn't work. That's what we want to avoid. So that's why I'm trying to understand how the wiring goes, so that we don't do the wrong thing. The only thing is, because what I was thinking, what would be you could just change that to an ordinary dimmer and do away with all that rubbish, but I don't think that's going to work. If the cables from the lights come here, then go to there, we're fine, because we could do away with that. Because we've got the cable coming from the fuse board to here, we've got the cables coming from the lights to there. That would be great. You could just fit an ordinary, just get a standard dimmer switch that just goes on here and does all the dimming. That matches LED lights, rather than having to go through all that palaver. But if the cables for the lights go to there, then come to here, it could be a bit of a problem. We could still probably do a junction down there to the doorway. How much is that? How much are they?
I don't know. Did they say? No, they don't give a price here. 120 on eBay. I mean,
How much is it from them? Mode?
I don't know, because it doesn't say.
It's figuring out what goes where. They've got a load of... and they're not labelled to tell you what's what. They've just got green tape on it, nothing written.
Yeah.
Oh, look there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, and 8. So there are 8 lights. So there should be. Oh, let me just check
It's
this.
3 different circuits.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get this disconnected. Right. So that one is just as I thought. That's the one coming from the fuse board. Right, so that's the one. It's like I thought. This. Right, so just figuring out this goes, how this goes. Takes a little while for the brain to get. Right, so this is our feed from the fuse board. Right, that's a good start. So these now are lives, but hold on there. These 3 go to the transformers, right? Or the drivers. And they've come out the drivers with 3 core and earth. Okay, so I know now this is the ones going to the drivers. This is my main feed. So this is live and switch line. Well, that's what I know now. I know that down there you got live and switch line. These 3 lives go there. Live and switch line going down to the trannies. And then you got the switch line and neutral going up to the light, obviously. So the neutral from the light goes in there. Switch line from the light goes in there. Blah, 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 blah. And then it comes out of the transformer, out of the driver in 3 core and earth. They've done that. Yeah, man. Right, okay. Let's try something.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's new.
So there you go. Right, so this is what I'm saying. If it all works out, which I think all the cables from there should come to that switch, then we can do away with that.
All right.
See, what I've just fitted an ordinary switch there, but what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch it off and try one of my dimmers and see what happens. But that shows you that that's working perfectly fine. Shows you that that is working.
By the way, it also seems brighter than it was before.
Right. Well, the thing is, like you said, I don't know what the other guy done to cause it to stay on like that. I don't know if that, because I can't even remember. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
As long as it works.
Yeah. Right, so I've put a dimmer on it. That's the brightest.
Yeah, it's not as bright as it was before.
No, yeah. Yeah. So, well, we proved that that one works on the ordinary switch. You don't need to go through there, which I should do. What I need to do is sort out all these cables to find out what to find out. So you definitely want them on dimmers.
Be great, actually. I mean,
Yeah, you definitely want them. Okay, that's fine. No worries.
some of them at least.
Yeah, just right. That was just a test, so we know that that is working fine. Once it's connected properly, it's working fine. It's a matter of sorting out what's what here, and then getting the switches to suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that dimmer switch there, are you happy with that? The way it dims?
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like I said, at night it's going to look brighter. This is full day.
yeah.
You know, it's lot of daylight's coming, so it's not going to. Although with the ordinary switch, it goes to its full brightness.
I think that should be okay. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, these
No,
are
that's not
the
sorted.
best.
That's not sorted out
Yeah,
yet.
okay.
So, what I know now is that. Right. Let me turn off. Right. Look, they're on.
Okay.
And they've gone out fully now, haven't they?
Yeah. This is so
On the unit lights. Only this one's probably the lamp here, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's none in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you turn it off now, it's fully gone out. So that's good. So that's it. Going to put that back just to make sure I've sorted it out. This is just to take your time. Don't get mixed up, you know. You have to take your time. So we've found out the one that's hanging over there, and we found out the one that's under the unit. So let's keep going. Not coming on.
No.
Right.
That might be to do with the transformer now, or the thing up here.
Yeah, maybe something's wrong there. So the thing is,
with this one here,
Yeah.
I don't need a dimmer.
yeah, you can have that on the ordinary switch.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe it
Like
wasn't switched on.
flickers.
Right.
It flickers.
Right, okay, look, it's
Quite
that what it is, it's that's at its brightest. Oh no, that's at its lowest. Let's try right. That's at its brightest.
That flickers. Like
Yeah. When that's the thing with some LEDs, when you put them to their brightest, they tend to flicker. That's because the lamp and the switch are not matching properly. So the thing is, when I turn it down, they stop the flicker.
Yeah, it's still flickering.
All right, so
Still flickering.
yeah, so maybe you can get a dimmer to match that.
But
yeah.
can we just look? I mean, I don't actually need to dim this.
Yeah, so we probably get a mixture match of.
Is that possible?
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's right. Let me switch off. Let me definitely switch off this stuff.
Yeah, that's not. Big accidents.
We know the one with the white tape. That's the one that does the lamp over the table. The one with the green tape does on the units. So now we have to find the others. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 others, aren't there? Yeah. So when you switch one switch on, all these come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's all good. That's good. So what I need to do now is find. Right. So we found the green. So what we need to do is find. What is this? Oh yeah. Here we go. That's what they've done. They've done. Right. So you've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. So these are all switch lines, I take it. I would think these are all switch lines. Okay. What's come on? Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. So that's it, mate. That's it. We can get switches. All we need, if you're happy with that, the way it was, all we need is 3 dimmer switches.
Fine. Perfect.
Right, okay. Okay, let's just see what happens. Yeah, in that position there, there's no flickering.
Yeah.
And you notice, you can tell the LED ones straight away because they're brighter than the other ones, yeah? But I'm gonna have to turn off because there's a lot of cables in there that's not being used, but I don't want to cut anything. I'm just gonna tape them up and push them back.
Okay.
But they haven't given us a load of room. It's not the best. It's not the best thing.
You've ever
Yeah.
seen?
So what I'm going to do, like I say, I'm going to try and tidy that all up, push it back. So I'm going to turn off now.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. No? See, that's a better design because all the connections are at one end. So, you don't.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah. When you've got so many cables in there, you've got that should all be dead. I'll test it after. Right, okay, let's see what happens now. I'm going to switch on, see what happens.
Switch the lights on.
Right, okay. Right, okay, beautiful.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. I don't like that though, because you switch on, it should just switch on. All this fiddling about rubbish.
It does. You see, it flickers.
Yeah. But then I
And then
think,
it comes on.
yeah,
you
and
see.
then, yeah, and then, yeah, so, yeah.
The dimming doesn't quite work.
No, but, yeah. Yeah, this takes a time to come on, it looks like. When you switch it, it doesn't come on immediately. Yeah.
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 That's progress, I'd say.
Yeah.
These are nice now.
Yeah?
That's perfect. Which is the most important bit, actually.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah? All right.